doing your monthly forecast a little bit different this month. I'm off camera because I've been under the weather for a while, and actually these videos are extremely late, which I apologize for, but I had some Mercury retrograde technical difficulties, of course. Mercury retrograde is in my third house of communication and electronic devices, so when I recorded these videos previously, they recorded it with no audio, so I had to go back and redo everything. So once again, I apologize for the delay in these. And once again, don't forget to look at the videos for every sign of yours, your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And also, I'm still having a sale through the end of December on all of my readings. Go to my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com, and there's also a link below to that website, and there should be one on the little I button up above as well, to where you can go order a discounted reading. That's only a temporary discounted price, like I said, through the end of December. And in January, my rates will go up, so take advantage of that sale now, especially if you would like to buy a gift for a loved one, the gift of a reading of their astrology chart. It makes an excellent gift. And also, if you would like a 2017 personal forecast for yourself, those are selling right now too, as well as a 6-month forecast for the first 6 months of 2017. So once again, go to my website, indigomoon.astrology.com, and stay tuned for your December 2016 forecast. Well, hey Virgos, this is your monthly forecast using my cute little board again. The board is back. This time I have better lighting, I have a better camera, so hopefully you guys can see it a lot more clearer than it was last month in November. I apologize for the delay in these videos. I actually recorded them and turns out there was no audio, so I had to record them all over again. And also I am a bit under the weather, so I apologize for the scratchy, raspy, manly voice. But let's get started and see what's going on for you guys in December 2016, the last month of the year. So the first planetary shift that occurred and that's going to affect your whole month is your ruling planet, which is Mercury, the planet of communication and logic and processing things mentally. It's also, it's communication. I said that already. It's also traveling short distances and doing things with your hands and all that good stuff. Your ruling planet is going retrograde. I know, yay, another retrograde. Oh my gosh, can we get a break, right, Virgo? I totally get it. So normal things to do with Mercury retrograde, especially when you're Mercury ruled. Make sure you back up all of your devices, your computers, your tablets, your phones. Make sure your portable devices have cases, have screen protectors, all of that stuff. Make sure you protect your passwords and things, because I've seen people when Mercury goes retrograde, they get hacked a lot, okay? Especially Mercury ruled people. And your vehicles, make sure your vehicles are turned up. Hey, turn up your vehicle. Make sure your vehicles are tuned up, and make sure your tires are aired up, all that stuff, okay? And if you take public transportation, leave a little earlier because there can be some delays. That's regular Mercury retrograde stuff. However, Mercury is retrograde for you guys in the sign of Capricorn, which is your 5th house. The 5th house rules your creative endeavors. It is if you have a business that you started from scratch, you grew that business, it is yours, you started from a creative hobby. It can mean, sorry for this sniffling, it can mean a creative hobby that you have. The 5th house also rules children, like your children. It rules also romantic partnerships, okay? So Mercury began the month with being in shadow period. That means it's slowing down, preparing to go retrograde. On the 19th, it'll go retrograde, and it'll be retrograde through the end of the month, okay? So what that means is bringing things back. So you can have a lot of memories come back of your childhood, and if your childhood was good, hey, that could be pretty cool. Lots of fond memories to reminisce upon. If it wasn't, then I'm sorry for you guys, Virgos. You guys are the sign that notices all the little problems in life and can get a little more pessimistic about things. So, hopefully that the bad memories don't come back for you. But this can also be, this is a house of also romantic partnerships, okay? Like romantic encounters with people, not necessarily the serious ones that are committed, but like going out and having fun and dating and like meeting people and going to the movies and all that casual fun stuff. So your mind can be focused on that this month. However, since retro is bringing things back, you can have old lovers from the past actually try to pop up on you, either in person, in memory. You can be remembering them and remember the time. Could be your theme song this month again. That last time Mercury was retrograde, I think it was in Virgo. And so remember the time was that was your theme song. But this time it's in this romantic house. So you may have, you know, romantic partners from the past popping up asking you if you remember this, you remember that, you want to hang out again, you want to do things for old time's sake. I don't recommend rekindling anything while Mercury's retrograde, but that's your business if you do that. Especially because you guys have a lot of crazy stuff in your relationship house going on. You know, that's another topic for later. But yeah, definitely reminiscing about fun times, old romantic dates and all that stuff can be going on for Virgos this month. Now, if you do work on creative projects, you may have some do-overs that you have to do. You may have to go over things several times to get them right before you can actually put them out there. So that's just a fair warning to you guys. And be mindful of signing any contracts within business, even if it's your own business. Make sure you read all the fine print, honey, okay? So that's Mercury for you. Now, on the 8th of December, we have Venus, lovely little Venus, the planet that rules how we enjoy life. It rules how we enjoy life in the human experience, physical experience in the physical world, and relationships with other people. She moved into Aquarius, which for you guys is your 6th house. The 6th house is work and it's health and it's the things that you do day to day, like in a routine. And Venus is a positive influence. She sweetens things up wherever she goes. So if any of my Virgos are trying to find a new job, Venus here will help you to be looked at in a positive light. In the workplace, you can have people oogling at you a little more, like, oh, look at you, Virgo. You're dressing nice. You're so neat and coordinated. You're like always matching. Look at you. Virgos don't really care for that type of attention, generally speaking, about the energy of Virgo, okay? It doesn't really care to be made a spectacle of or put a spotlight on, but you may have a spotlight on you in the workplace in a positive way this month. Venus will be there the whole month. And if you are a Virgo that is open to relationships and meeting someone, wherever Venus travels is where you can potentially meet love. So that can be in the workplace. So, workplace romance for Virgo, I don't know, could be popping off this month. Venus in the 6th can also do a couple things when it comes to health. On the positive side, she can make you, because Venus rules like your appearance and beauty and all that, so maybe you may feel the urge to work a little bit more harder on keeping up with your appearance. That means working out, getting in shape, exercising, all that good stuff. Maybe wanting to start a diet, you know, which it's not that great to start anything when Mercury's retrograde, but Venus is a positive influence, may override that. So maybe a new diet, you know, a new routine of some sort, maybe buy new beauty products to beautify yourself and get into the routine of doing those to make you feel better about your health and your appearance. So on the 14th, we have a full moon that happens in the sign of Gemini. So the full moon is when the sun and moon are opposite. They're opposing one another. They're sending these like tense beams back and forth to one another, having a conversation. No, it's this way. No, it's that way. No, it's this way. No, it's that way. Then when the full moon comes to its peak, that is when a decision is made. Okay, fine. We're going to have to either agree to disagree, or we're just going to have to make a decision to like finalize something right now. So that's the full moon. So it's in the sign of Gemini, which for my Virgo peeps is in your 10th house of career. That's where the moon is at. The sun is on the opposite end, which is Sagittarius, which is your 4th house of home and family. So there's a conflict here between career, home and family life, social status. You know, you want to achieve some sort of great place in the world. You want to go after being recognized or what have you in a positive way. But your family's down here like, yo, what about us? Like, you're not spending time with us. You're going after this great career, which is like cool beans, buddy. But you need to still take care of home life. You know, you need to spend time with your family. You work too much, Virgo. Virgo tends to be one of those signs that are like workaholics. You guys tend to go, you know, over things over and over again until you get it right. Okay, so that equals hard work a lot of times. And your family can be like, what about us? What about us? So that can be brought to light with the full moon. But on a positive side, you got Venus here in your work environment, positive. You've got a breakthrough happening with career. So it can be very, very positive for you guys. Um, Saturn's been hanging out here in your fourth house of home and family since the fall of 2015. And it could have brought a lot of responsibility to you Virgos when it comes to home. Maybe you have to take care of elderly or sick family members, or family members that are like so needy and like they're going through like drug problems, or they're going through financial problems, personal problems, and you got to be there to help them out and be their savior and rescue them. So maybe it comes to a point where you're like, look, I got to worry about my career, okay? Like, I have been taking care of you long enough. You need to get out there in the world like I'm trying to do and do something with yourself to be on your own and self-sufficient. So that's just another scenario that the full moon can bring about for you guys on the 14th. Now on the 20th, we have Mars moving. Mars rules your action and your drive and your initiative. And on the negative side, it can be like aggression and being overly passionate about things and impatient. But Mars has been in Aquarius, which is your sixth house, since last month, and that's been helping you guys to have a boost of energy when it comes to accomplishing tasks at work, which Virgos love to be able to do. Mars in the sixth is a natural energy for Virgos to really vibe with, because I'm going to get really nerdy here, just warning you, okay? On the regular zodiac wheel, Virgo is sixth on the zodiac wheel. When you count from Aries being the first sign on to Virgo, you guys are sixth, okay? So anything that happens 6 signs from you is going to be like a Virgo energy. I know you're a Virgo, but this brings out more Virgo, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So you guys feel at home with energy being in your sixth house. You know how to handle that energy more than other signs do. Mars being there, it could have made you really, really super busy working overtime and all kinds of stuff in the workplace. On a negative side, you could have been more pushy and impatient with coworkers in the workplace. Like, oh my God, you people are just not getting it right. And I work harder than you. And what's wrong with everyone? Everyone's an idiot. You know how y'all can get sometimes, okay? That could have been going on. But on the positive side, it could have helped you to really achieve and accomplish a lot of work duties a lot faster. Anyway, with all that being said, Mars moves into Pisces on the 20th, which is your 7th house of relationships. Honey child. I forgot about Neptune being there. So Neptune has been in your relationship house for years and will be there for another number of years, okay, until the 2020 something, all right? So this brings some confusion into your relationships. A lot of times Virgos, I've noticed Virgo risings especially, you guys don't really know what the heck is going on in your relationships. Like, you know what's going on in everywhere else in your life because you guys are very detail-oriented people. But then it comes to your relationships, you get with these people and it's like, so are you guys together? And then you're like, oh, I don't know. I mean, they stay the night sometimes. I mean, we've been chilling sometimes. I guess so. Or you're taking cues from like their social media. Well, they posted a picture of us the other day, so I'm thinking that means that they're serious about us being together, but I don't really know what's going on. A lot of Virgos have been experiencing that for years, okay? But anyway, Mars moving here, it brings you to want to charge after things being more clear, okay? Like, look, what's going on up in this place, okay? Mars steps into the 7th house, boom, he kicks in the door. Yo, what's cracking up in here with my relationship, okay? Like, are we together or are we not? You may get a little more impatient with your partner. And if you're already in an established relationship that actually does have like an established status that's clear, and things have been a little murky, you're gonna kick in that door and be like, look, yo, like what's going on for real? Or it can just make you a lot more passionate about your relationship on a positive note, okay? A lot more passion there, so that can be really, really good. So that is Mars. Mars will be there through the end of the month. So on the 21st, we have the Sun moving from Sagittarius into the sign of Capricorn, which for you guys is your 5th house, where Mercury's already been hanging out. So the sun will try to bring some more clarity to whatever situation is going on up in this 5th house. And Mercury is retrograde. Mercury's like, I don't know what we're doing here, guys. The sun will step in and be like, look, I'm shining a big old flashlight in here so you can see a lot clearer, okay? So that's going to help you out with whatever's going on in your romantic life, in your creative projects, or with your children. You may want to spend more time with your kids, or you may feel like having more childlike fun yourself, which can be a lot of fun for you guys. Now, a couple of aspects that are happening that I wanted to let you guys know about that affect everybody on some level, but for you guys in particular, see, we've got a positive aspect which is called a trine from Saturn here in your 5th house to Uranus here in Aries, which is in your 8th house, okay? So from the 5th to the 8th. So from your romantic partnerships to your deep soul bonds, Uranus, if you don't know about this dude, if I could characterize a planet, I would say he's like, I don't know, when I think of Uranus, I think of someone like Weird Al. Like, if you know who Weird Al Yankovic is, he's got this crazy hair that's like frizzy, and, you know, he looked like he got shocked with like he stuck his finger in a light socket, okay? And he's really, really in touch with electricity and electronics and technology and really like nerdy stuff. And Uranus energy shakes things up where everything get boring, they get redundant, they get repetitive. Uranus would be like, look, I'm about to throw a lightning bolt down on you right now to shock you and make you change your life, okay? So that's Uranus energy alone. Uranus has been in your 8th house for several years. We'll be there for another year and some change or so. So anyway, Saturn and Uranus are trine. This is a positive aspect. So maybe something going on within your romantic life can suddenly change to where you have like a more passionate affair with someone. And by affair, I don't always mean like you're creeping with somebody. Okay, I mean like, you know, just a romantic relationship. There can be a shock there that's like, ooh, it's like lots of fun stuff. And yeah, let me just stop right there because we try to keep this PG around here. But that is on the 25th that happens. On the 27th, we have an opposition between Uranus and Aries in your 8th house and Jupiter and Libra in your 7th house. In your 2nd house, I'm sorry. So your 2nd house, it deals with how you earn your money. And Jupiter here could be bringing you guys more money this year. Or it can be magnifying things to where it's bringing a lot more to the forefront, to the surface, as far as how you've been handling your money, how you've been earning your money, any issues with money, can be bringing that too. But this opposition is like a push-pull, you know, to something comes to a breaking point. So this is a house of also money that you earn with another person, with a partner, money that you manage with a partner, with several people in like a business partnership. So there's something that's going to be shaken up when it comes to finances for you guys around the 27th. On the 29th, Uranus goes direct. He's been retrograde for several months. He'll go direct, and then you can proceed with whatever's been going on here in the 5th and whatever's been going on here with your money in the 2nd house, okay? Now, the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, hopefully my camera battery doesn't die, but Mars and Neptune together in Pisces on the 31st of December, which in the West, we celebrate New Year's Eve, okay? Just in general, on New Year's Eve, a lot of people get drunk, they get crunk, they get lit, they get, turned up, all that stuff, okay? And they get crazy, they escape reality by doing drugs, by drinking a lot, and just going, whoop, Happy New Year, you know, shooting guns in the air. Look, for everybody, Mars and Neptune together may cause some actions to be foggy, to be unclear, to be irresponsible, if you will. And Virgo is a very responsible sign, okay? You guys don't want any part in that mess, all right? But some people may participate in some stuff like that, okay? extra, even more than usual. So just be careful and mindful of that. For you guys, this is in your seventh house of relationships. It may cause you to want to jump and do some things, some actions within your relationship that maybe a few days or a week later, you might be like, what the heck was I doing? You may hook up with somebody on New Year's Eve, and then you look at them the next day and they look like a sea donkey. And you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking on New Year's Eve? So just be mindful. I know this happens all the time on New Year's Eve, but this year it's extra because of this conjunction between Mars and Neptune. So be mindful of that, my Virgo peeps. So thank you guys. This was your horoscope for December. Once again, I apologize for the delay. Thank you for your patience. Hope you guys have a great month. I hope you have a great holiday season if you're celebrating the holidays, and a great new year. I'll see you guys in 2017. Watch out for your 2017 horoscopes in January. All right? Peace.